So if you're like me and you've been a lot of the different websites to find property and just none of the searches really cut it. So what I wanted to do was, I know the MLS has a lot of great capabilities, and I wanted to try to give my buyers as much of those capabilities as possible. So what I found is I've got a variety of different search technologies when you click on property searches up here. But the one in particular I want to talk to that has really, really elaborate capabilities is the advanced map search. Now, when you click on this, you're going to want to use a desktop computer. You'll find a much better experience using a desktop computer than a mobile phone. And it will take a couple seconds to load. So from here, I just want to give you, we're going to get into the really good stuff in a second, which is under features. But what I usually do is you can put your location in here. You can put your price in here. If you're looking for a rental, you would put like say 2,000 to 3,000 a month right in the price box here. And features we're going to talk about, but radius, if you're looking within a certain radius of a location, you can put that in. A walk score is a scale of 0 to 100, depending on, it's a computer generated calculation on how walkable the location is. So if you're looking for something that's really walkable, you can put a walk score in there, beds, baths, home size, lot size. A lot of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. But the one thing under property types I want to talk to you about that I found with this search is what you want to do is if you're looking for rentals, select rentals and uncheck everything else. If you're looking for single family homes, select residential detached and uncheck the other ones. You can say, for example, residential attached would be homes that are attached, like your condos and your townhouses, and stuff like that. But if you check condo and townhouse, you may not exactly get the results that you want. So I would, in this case, I'm going to look for a detached home, just as an example. I'm going to uncheck all these other ones, options in here. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about the property status field down here too, because that's another, I have multifamily in there. So residential detached will give you pretty much everything that's a single family home. And if I go down here to, say you want foreclosures, you could click on that and get foreclosures or exclude foreclosures. But the property status field is important because in this particular example, I don't want anything that has got a contract on it. So you would uncheck backup or contingent, meaning that it has a contract on it. And it will only give you the results that are active. So from there, I could actually hit view results, and it will show me all the results. And I can always go back to the search tab up here. Now, what's really, really cool about this is the features. I've worked with my buyers to really understand a lot of things that they're looking for, whether it's like, say, first floor laundry or whether it's a master bedroom on the main level. And you could check off these fields. And now it will really narrow your search down. But keep in mind that this is based on the listing and how the listing agent put the listing in. So when I list properties, I make sure I check all of the fields that are applicable, as many as possible, because I truly understand how the MLS works and how these various websites work. So I realize that if I don't check that and it is applicable, what's going to happen is it's not going to show up on the results. I may not show up when I should be showing up. So unfortunately, you're going to check that box, recently renovated, and you might find some listings in here that truly were not renovated. You're like looking at it and you're like, wow, that property has not been renovated in 20 years. Why is that checked? And likewise, you might uncheck it and, to get more results, and you might find properties that didn't appear when you had it checked. And that was just because the agent didn't check that box, recently renovated. So, you will sometimes have to filter through, but what I recommend is it's pretty good. And so start with that first. If you're looking for recently renovated, like move-in ready properties, no pets allowed, or, pets allowed if you're looking for rentals is real popular, first floor laundry, stuff like that. And keep in mind that, it's basically, what we get out of this search is based on how the listing agent put it in. So, it kind of depends on that. So from there, what's also really cool is I could click on schools up here at the top. And when I zoom in enough, I'm going to use this little polygon tool and say I want something that's like kind of close by this area here. What I could do is I can make the area, and once I complete the square or whatever shape I'm looking for, it will really narrow it down and zoom in and give me the 167 results that are just within that particular box that I made. And from there, I could save the search. I could go back to the search box here, and this is really cool. I could click on schools, and I can go and say I want, for example, the Bensonville School District. So it's going to outline the boundaries for it. Now, as a buyer's agent, my job, and I'm very diligent about it, is to verify the listing, what's on the listing, because I know a lot of times when I'm going on the MLS, I run into this all the time. There are things that aren't checked that should be checked, or vice versa. And so I want to verify for you that all of the information is correct as much as I possibly can. And so even though you have these boundaries here, I would double check and make sure that a listing, even though it says it might be within that boundary, it may not be. So as a buyer's agent, that's something I'll help you out too. But this school boundaries is really helpful if you're looking for a particular school boundary or district or whatnot. So from there, you could click on any of these properties, and it will pull up. The property with the information and the price and everything like that, and the pictures. And another thing that really frequently happens, and more so for properties that are townhouses or have association fees, I get that question a lot, is what are the association fees? Well, you'll see it in here. And a lot of websites don't have that, but you'll see it down here. Again, I would verify any information that says 0. This is how it was listed, so the information may not be accurate, but it is pretty darn accurate most of the time. So maps, and then similar sold properties. You could get schools in the area. And so you can click on Ask a Question, which is this button right here. You can ask a question, and you put in the question, and you don't have to retype all the information. You could schedule a showing with one click. You could save this property as to your favorites if you sign up for an account. An account is free. All you don't even need to provide your email and phone number. If you're logged into Facebook or Google, you could just sign in with that, and it will let you in. And the thing is I am not going to call you a million times. I hate when I'm not that type of agent that's going to call buyers a million times and try to encourage you to use me. I am here for you when you need me, and feel free to reach out whenever you have a need. But I am not going to bother you. So I'll provide you with any useful information that I can, and be available when you need me. But we could also customize the search anytime if you want to get together. We could do it in real time, or we could even do an online Skype session where I can share my screen and we could customize a search. So if you're having any problems, let me know, and I'd love to help you out. And again, as a buyer's agent, the best part about it is my services come at no charge to you. And in fact, I guarantee to my buyers in my contract that in writing that there is absolutely no charge. And so it's really good to have somebody help represent you during your purchase, whether it's me or another agent, represent you and help you find the best possible property. And I really truly understand the MLS and understand how it works. And so that's a critical component as well, because we can really help filter through a lot of these results and really narrow into what you're looking for. So I'd love to help you out. Feel free to reach out anytime, and hopefully this video was helpful, and we'll go from there. But other than that, have a great day. Take care.